Next, we have Emily Leib, who just released a report co-authored with the Natural Resources Defense Council about how consumer confusion with expiration dates causes unnecessary waste in the food system. Emily?
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here and to be with this wonderful cast of characters on the stage. The past few days have really been a whirlwind. We just released this report and we have just been overwhelmed by the response to the report. It just seems to have struck a chord with consumers all over the country. People like you here tonight who are concerned about the environment, concerned about food insecurity, concerned about the amount of food you're wasting in your homes or that businesses that you frequent are wasting, and concerned about the amount of money that's being thrown away by businesses and consumers. And most of all, I think outraged to find out that food date labels don't mean what you thought they meant. And I'm just going to tell you, to reiterate, they do not. So there's really been a staggering amount of waste, as Jonathan just mentioned, and every organization, from non-governmental organizations from the NRDC last year to countries like the United Kingdom to the United Nations that have looked at food waste, have really found that food expiration date confusion is one of the leading causes and one of the main ways that we can try to start reducing the amount of waste. A business report, an industry report, found that in 1 year, $900 million of food was thrown away at the industry level because of expiration dates that passed. So our report really tries to put forward some actual facts and some action steps, and I want to tell you a little bit about some of the findings, but you can actually read the report at fixfooddates.com. So the main finding is really these dates are not legally defined, and consumers are very confused about them. At the federal level, there are no rules regarding date labels except on infant formula. And this really means that it's mostly in the hands of manufacturers to put dates on that are their measures of when the food is going to be at its peak quality. They have nothing to do with safety. There have been no accounts, according to many different experts, and a report last week from the National Food Lab, that have linked foodborne illness with food that's expired or past its date label. And it also, states are filling the void with these regulations that really require labels on more and more foods and actually restrict the sale and even the donation of foods after those dates. So it's a real problem. And our report really presents a plan to try to rationalize this system and find ways that we can make a system that is consistent. We really want labels to be coherent and reliable and uniform and standardized across different products so that they have meaning to consumers. And if they're about quality, they should say they're about quality. And if they're about safety for those very few foods where there might be a safety risk, that should be really clear so that everyone can make better decisions. Also, sell-by dates, that's one of the top ones. 90% of consumers say that they at least sometimes throw food away because the sell-by date has passed. And the sell-by date's not intended to even indicate that the quality has reached its limit. It's intended to give you some time to eat that food afterwards. So I think, I'd love for people to check out the report, but really I think for tonight to take away from this, that the answer is really to start with all of you educating yourselves and educating your family and your friends and your networks about the fact that these dates are not, indicators of safety, and that people can really make their own decisions. You might have to take that extra second to smell your milk or look at the yogurt or cut a piece of mold off of the cheese, but people have been doing this for generations and everyone's been fine. And I'm really worried about our generation and generations after us they're just used to having dates on everything and rely on them too heavily. We need to really use common sense and think about what we're doing. And I think as well, people need to just be careful about storing their food and make sure that you're keeping the things in the refrigerator that go in there so that they're not going to waste, they're not going bad sooner than they have to. And I think the other really important thing, which would be great from all of you who care about this issue and who are going to kind of go out from tonight energized, is to push for change with the companies that you use and with also with legislators and agencies. We would love to see this report have an impact, and it's not going to unless we keep the buzz going and keep the momentum going. So each of you can go out there and ask for change and say, this is something that we really care about, and we're not going to stand for companies making these decisions for us that are impacting the habits of so many people and really leading to waste, leading to more and more food insecurity, resource and food waste, and also waste of money. So thank you so much.
That doesn't count.